Sports have always played an important role in my life, and sports also play an important role in the career path that I ultimately want to follow, which would be sports media related. One of the sports I've loved the most my entire life would be basketball. And today, in my informative speech, I'm going to show you how to properly shoot a jump shot. There are 3 different ways I'm going to break it down for you. The first way being your upper body form. So with that, it's all about your hand placement. So your dominant hand is going to be what's called your shooting hand. And with this, your placement on the ball is going to want to be with your 5 fingers evenly spread out, and you want to just have your fingertips on the ball. This way, you keep your palm off the ball, which helps your accuracy of the shot a little bit better. Your non-dominant hand is going to be what's called your guide hand. And with that, when you're coming up upon your release, you want to have your guide hand off the ball while you're releasing it for a more accurate shot. So you don't want to have too much interference from it. It's all about your shooting hand. So following your hand placement, the next important factor with your upper body form is your elbow alignment and your elbow being tucked in. So with your alignment, you basically want to have it at a 90-degree angle for when you're shooting. And you want to have it tucked in as well to keep it in line with the rest of your body for a more accurate shot. You also want to have your elbow snapping, as it's called, a full extension of it to get a nice arc on your jump shot for it to fall pretty nicely in the rim. Following your hand placement and elbow for upper body form, we then go into your lower body form and the importance of that. And this all starts with footwork. So with this, you want to have your feet about shoulder width apart, and then your dominant foot just slightly ahead of your other foot. You want to make sure that your toes are going to be facing your target as well, all 10 of them. You also want to make sure that your hips are in this same line as well. After having your footwork settled in and everything else, you want to make sure that you have a good bend on your knees. The bend gives you a little more power going into your jump on the shot, and this is what's called starting small and then ending tall. You start small with the knees bent and end tall by extending through. So following the upper body and lower body portion of proper jump shot etiquette, the next important thing would be the vision and concentration that comes with your jump shot as well. By this, the vision and component comes into factor with targeting the rim. There are a couple different places you can look at for the rim during your shot. You can choose front of rim, back of rim, and then the third option, which I prefer, would be to visualize essentially a halo on top of the rim that you want the ball to travel through. I think this way is a little bit more effective because if you focus on the front of the rim, you could run into the problem of the shot falling short and hitting that front and not being able to go all the way through. If you focus on the back, the shot might be a little bit too long and then as a result bounce out. The third option with visualizing that halo makes it a little bit better because you have your ball arcing in a nice trajectory to where it's going to drop right in for you, hopefully. Following the targeting component, you want to visualize the process of your shot prior to shooting. This gives you a little bit more confidence going into it because you're already giving yourself a visualization of how you want to execute it going forward. And then the third component of vision and concentration would be repetition and routine. And with this, you want to take the upper body form cues, the lower body form cues that you were given, and kind of find your own comfortability with it with repetition and routine. For some people, that could mean instead of having your feet facing all the way straight to the rim, you could have it slightly left or slightly right, whatever is more comfortable for you. Even with your elbow alignment, there are some people that don't have their elbow all the way tucked in. It's just a matter of comfortability. As long as you're executing and making shots consistently, you find that out through your repetition and routine, so it's all about practice. If you tie these 3 important components for a jump shot with your upper body form, lower body form, and vision and concentration, you should be knocking down threes like Steph Curry in no time. I'm going to give you just one brief rundown as a conclusion here for you on the proper shot etiquette. So as I'm grabbing the ball, I want to make sure I have those fingers spread out, fingertips only as well, no palm on the ball in the shooting hand. Guide hand here off to the left. Now I'm going to slightly bend the knees, make sure that my footwork is good as well. And now comes the extension from those knees, up, and then a slow snapping release to end it. And that concludes it. Thank you.